Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today as we explore the fascinating world of plant morphology. So, what exactly is morphology? In simple terms, it's the study of a plant's physical form and structure. We're talking about everything we can see from the outside, the size, shape, and arrangement of different parts that all play a role in a plant's life and function. By taking a closer look at these external features, we can gain a better understanding of how plants live, grow, and adapt to their environments. To get started, think about this. What's the very first thing you'd notice if you were studying a plant in its natural habitat? Location. The environment or habitat type is crucial in understanding any plant. Is it growing in a forest, a grassland, a wetland, or even in an urban area? Each of these locations tells us a story about the plant's needs and how it's adapted to survive there. Then, let's look at the soil. Soil type, whether it's sandy, clay, loamy, or rocky, affects the nutrients and water a plant can access. Even pH level, if we can determine it, can reveal a lot about the types of plants that will thrive. Closely tied to soil is water availability. This could mean noting if the soil is dry, moist, or saturated, which impacts how the plant's roots develop. Next, light conditions. Plants vary widely in their light needs, so knowing whether they grow in full sun, partial shade, or full shade gives us clues about their growth patterns and leaf structure. After we've noted the habitat, it's time to look at the overall plant structure. Think of it as the plant's build. This includes the plant's size and shape. Is it tall and narrow, short and bushy, or maybe spreading? Also, what's its growth habit? Is it standing upright, spreading, climbing, or trailing? Now, let's start from the ground up with roots. Here, we need to carefully observe the root system. Is it a taproot with a single deep root anchoring it, or does it have fibrous roots spreading out in many directions? And, of course, we'll look at root health. Healthy roots can tell us a lot about the plant's well-being and how it's interacting with its environment. Moving up from the roots, we have the stem. The stem's type, herbaceous or woody, is important, but so are the surface characteristics. Is it smooth, hairy, thorny, or covered in bark? The color and any unique markings or scars on the stem can also provide insights, as can the branching pattern, whether branches alternate, grow opposite each other, or form whorls. Then we get to the leaves. Leaves are often the most noticeable part of the plant and can vary greatly. First, there's the arrangement. Do they grow alternately along the stem, in pairs, or in circular whorls? Then we check if the leaves are simple or compound, single leaves versus clusters. We look at their shape and size, the margin of the leaf, whether smooth, serrated, or lobed, and the venation pattern, the way veins run through the leaf. Lastly, the texture and color, smooth, hairy, waxy, and any color variations or variegations can tell us even more. Now, let's focus on flowers, if the plant has them. Some plants may have solitary blooms, while others cluster their flowers. We observe the structure of the flowers, sepals, petals, stamens, pistils, and how they're arranged. Color and size are important too. And one more thing, the scent. But here's a word of caution. Some plants can cause allergic reactions just by being touched or smelled, like the Semicarpus anacardium. Always take care and avoid tasting or touching unfamiliar plants. Then we look at fruits and seeds. Here, we determine the fruit type, whether it's a simple fruit, an aggregate of many small fruits, or a multiple fruit from several flowers. We'll note the characteristics of the fruit, such as color, size, shape, and texture. And finally, we take a look at the seeds, recording the number, size, and arrangement within the fruit. Another aspect we consider is the plant's phenology, which means observing its life cycle stage. Is it in a seedling stage, vegetative growth, flowering, or fruiting? We'll also watch for seasonal changes in its appearance and growth, which can reveal much about its adaptive strategies. While studying, we keep an eye on plant health too. Is it thriving or showing signs of stress? Are there visible pests or diseases affecting it? Knowing this helps us get a full picture of the plant's overall state. Lastly, we consider human impact. Observing signs of disturbances like pruning, pollution, or trampling helps us understand how human activities might be influencing the plant's morphology. In our upcoming presentations, We'll explore each of these points in detail with examples, so you'll feel confident in identifying and understanding the unique features of plants. Thank you, and I'm excited to dive into this journey through plant morphology with all of you.